I want to start with that winter storm.
It's crazy.
It is. I have a friend that lives in Columbia in South Carolina.
Oh, wow.
And he's had 4 or 5 inches of snow
Yeah,
already and
yeah.
still snowing. It's kind of weird to see that much snow. Even parts of the Carolina coast, North
Yes.
Carolina coast, could see a foot.
Which is unusual right
Yeah,
there, for
yeah.
sure.
A foot of snow. Can you imagine?
Wow.
And it's just snow there. They didn't get the sleet and freezing rain like we did.
Lucky ducks.
I know. So let's go out there. And I will say this. I was looking at radar earlier because what else is there to do? But if you look here, I am thankful at this very moment, and always, I'm thankful to be a meteorologist here in North Texas, but very thankful at this moment to not be a meteorologist in Raleigh, Fayetteville, or Wilmington. This is what we call a dry slot. And that area, the forecast really looked to be several inches of snow, but sometimes dry air can intrude into the middle of snow bands. So over here where it's been snowing heavily along the North Carolina coast, they've gotten just a ton of snow. And then west of Fayetteville, west of Raleigh, over to Charlotte, down to Columbia, they've had several inches of snow. There's just been hardly anything right here in the middle. That's probably not going to be great for the meteorologists there because it's such a pain to be forecasting winter weather. It is very, very difficult. And those dry slots can really make or break a forecast. And right there in the middle, that's going to have a big impact on how much snow they've seen. Just cold here. Fort Worth's at 28 degrees. The high today was 34. We did get above freezing. Our normal is 58 degrees. 18 was the low this morning. It was another hard freeze in North Texas. We have another one tonight. We're already on the way. 27 degrees the temperature now. Lows tonight, 25 Fort Worth, Dallas 22 McKinney, Greenville 23, Bonham 22. Some of North Texas will get down into the teens tonight, especially along the Red River. So we're not crashing really hard tonight with temps. We're already in the upper 20s. We'll fall several more degrees. Winds not terribly strong, so the wind chills tomorrow morning pretty close to the actual air temperature in the upper teens and low 20s. We start the improvement tomorrow afternoon. Step 1, we get above freezing. Tomorrow afternoon, McKinney's 49. You can see where it's much colder northeast of the Metroplex. And then a couple areas out west will get really close to 60 degrees. Here in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, 52 Dallas, 55 Fort Worth. So there is warmer air coming, and that's just the beginning. Monday, 65. Tuesday, 60 degrees. So we have a couple of days in the 60s Monday and Tuesday. This will get rid of any remaining ice that I see. In fact, I was looking at satellite just a little bit ago. I can see a really good band of remaining ice along the Red River, kind of in the Grayson County area. In fact, I'm just going to go back and show you what I was looking at. So these 60s will start to get rid of a lot of that ice and any of the snow that's remaining because there's still a good amount of it left in parts of Denton County, parts of Collin County, and then up toward the Red River. Here it is. Thanks for bearing with me, but if you look here, you see satellite? You see what looks like a stagnant little stripe of white right here from Albany, Graham, Bowie, Gainesville. That's actually the remaining snow and ice reflecting off to the satellite. So you can actually see where the snowpack is still pretty dense. But if you live in Cook County, if you live in Fannin County or Grayson County, just know that warmer air is coming. That will all chip away very soon. Tonight, 25, mostly clear tonight, very cold. Remember, this is a faucet dripping night. It's a hard freeze. Tomorrow, 54, not as cold as today. Today, we barely got above freezing. Tomorrow, it's in the mid-50s. Monday, the mid-60s. Look at that, the next 7 days of the 14-day forecast. If you look at the lows in particular, you'll see that tomorrow morning, that's the hard freeze. Then we get a bit of a break. And then Michelle and Teresa, 70s.
Okay, Pete.
Okay, hey, listen, she called me Pete. You can call me whatever you want. Terrible, terrible names. Never call me Pete. That's the worst thing you could ever call me. One time, I will say this is someone said, we call you Weekend Pete at my house. And I said, oh, how offensive.
I think that's
Highly.
pretty cute.
Highly offensive.
Oh, they could call him Weekday Jesse.
I call him other things.
Way more accurate to call him Weekday Jesse. Yep. Also, Jesse is here just about as often as Pete is. So really, it's like, it should just be
That is very
Jesse.
true. That is an accurate observation.
That's true.
Yeah.